either a new constellation, molecular structure of oil, or something else. What I'm going to show here is I want to do this, I hope smoothly and easily, that it makes sense to you, and then I want to move over in a few minutes and talk about some website things, and then Michael had a good question that we can talk about too. In the multi-level marketing business, we have the method of sponsoring people. For example, Tony's my downline, and then you're Tony's downline. And who did you guys sign up under? Under the Collins, okay? The Collins are actually, really, believe it or not, second level under me, because Matt, their son, is the first level guy that I signed up, and he signed up as mom and dad. Of course, they've just accelerated and passed him. Matt's out there somewhere in the left lane. They're going on. But right lane. You guys are in the fast lane. He's in the, yeah. That's right. You know, I was going to say, Matt left lane? No. Only if Attila the Hun's riding out there. Matt's somewhere way out there to the right, I'm telling you. But anyway, so the point is that we have layers and sponsorships, and what does this stuff really mean, and how does it tie together? And I hope I can demonstrate that to you here for just a moment. We're going to start out with this dealer being the guy that we talk about to begin with, and I'm just going to label this guy as A. I'm going to label these guys as B, this guy is C. Now, over here, to keep life simple and not make it too complex, I'm just going to call this B1, B2, B3, and over here we'll do the same thing, C1, C2, and C3. Now, it shouldn't be too hard to understand this. In the real world of what we do, this dealer here sponsored B and C. Two guys he sponsored. Mr. Jones sponsored Mr. Smith and Mr. Adams. And then Mr. Smith went out here and sponsored these three people, whoever you want to call them. And we did the same thing over there. So this little group is forming. This is a group under dealer A that is starting to form. So let's see how these guys would produce money inside of an organization, how it would work. Number one, our guy here, let's say that he's got oil in his garage, and we'll talk a little bit later how the retail on the shelf and stuff would come into this, but let's just look at these guys first, just in the multi-level marketing. And let's look at him and say that he has 1,000 commission credits. Now, let me back up a second, make sure you understand commission credits. Every product that AMSOIL sells has a dealer cost, a recommended retail, and it has a commission credit value assigned. So, if we look at 10W30, a case of 12 quarts of 10W30, it costs $76.05 or 65. 65 would be the dealer cost. But it generates what, Judy? How many commission credits?
ASL or ATM?
ATM.
The case?
Yes.
53.23.
Okay, so that's an example. A case of 10W30 creates 53 commission credits. Every product in that, what's called the dealer profit list, is set up like that. Tells you what the commission credits are, tells you what the retail profit would be if you sold it from the dealer cost or retail. It's set up to tell you that kind of information. So to get 1,000 commission credits, he could have sold 20 cases of that, right? 20 cases at 52 or 53 commission credits would have been a little over 1,000 commission credits. So however he got there, selling filters, oil, PI, whatever it was, every product has a commission credit value. And so he generated 1,000. Now his downline guys here, they did 500 themselves. So this is just personal sales. What you accumulate by selling product out of your garage, selling at the flea market, doing whatever you do. I'm not yet talking about how retail and commercial contribute to this. I'll tell you that in a few minutes. Now these guys down here, they're newer and they're not ready to do quite what everybody else is doing. So They do 250. And give me a minute to get them written in here. Okay, so there's our guys. Now remember, this is what you do in 1 month. This is always done on a monthly basis. It's the production or productivity for a month, okay? So, what do we have here? How does this all work? Well, 250, 250, and 250, they don't have any downlines or anything, so that's going to be the level these guys make, right? This would be their personal commission credits. But this guy, number B there, dealer, these guys are under him. So 250, 250, and 250 is 750. So 500 plus 750, he has now 1,250 in his group. Group commission credits, 1,250. Does everybody see that? Because he gets credit for his people he sponsored. I'll tell you how this divides up in a minute. I just want to show you how it adds up. So B's got 1,250. Obviously, same thing's going to happen over here, that we're going to have $1,250 for his group, right? Now, would anybody like to venture a guess on what dealer A's group is going to be? 3,500, right? 2,500 goes 1,250, 1,250 plus 1,000. So we'll just do it like this. $3,500 commission credits. This thing's going to get me. So now, that's neat, but how does this break out into money? How are we paid on all of this stuff? Well, AMSOIL has a commission credit schedule, which has breakpoints in it, and they go at 100 equals 2%, 300 5%, 500 is 8%, 1,000 is 11%, 1,500 is 14%, 2,000 17%, 2,500, excuse my writing, pretty bad, 20%, and 3,000 is 23%. That's the breakdown of commission credits and how they're paid. So, if we look at this, and always remember this is the key to understand this, it's always a differential. It's always a breakdown between who's sharing what. We start out with, what does a guy qualify that makes 250 on this chart? 2%. What's 2% of 250?
2.50 cents.
No, it's $5. Okay, 2%, so he makes $5. I'm not going to duplicate that on every one of those guys. Every one of those guys at 250, they're going to get a check from AMSOIL for $5. Now, my first check from AMSOIL was for 28 cents. So I'm envious of a $5 check in the beginning of your business. That's, I got a 28-cent check and it took them 29 cents to mail it to me. So they don't do that anymore. You have to get a check minimum of $10 before they bother to send a check.